Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the SportsShop27 Podcast. I'm your host, Jermaine Colter, and my co-host, Kevin Johnson. Today, we have special guest, Brian Mance. What's up, Mance? How you doing?
I'm good. What's up with y'all?
Nothing much, man. We just having fun, living life, taking it one day at a time, man. Just trying to be safe in this pandemic,
I know that's right, man. I'm just trying to stay out the way.
Yeah, man. So, you're from Mance, South Carolina. Born and bred. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you from, and some people who actually motivated you to play football.
Man, I actually was born in Florence, South Carolina. We moved to Manning a little bit later. I grew up my whole life in Manning, but man, growing up around the corner from my grandmother's house, had Carson lived. Okay. So when I was a little boy, man, I had a cousin that played in the NFL for 14 years, and during the offseason, Harry Carson was playing by the house to see if my cousin was over there or not, so they could hang out and get together. Well, man, as a little boy, you see Harry Carson come through. So me and my brother and a couple of my friends, we could run out in the yard real quick, grab the football, and act like, oh yeah, he's gonna see us. He's gonna tell them that the Giants. He's gonna let them know some little boys down there in Florence is pretty good.
That's what's up.
But man, that's kind of where the whole football thing and all that came from, man. From just being around Harry Carson and somebody like my cousin, man. That got that thing started for me and realized it can happen.
That's good, man. So you started, yeah. So you played Pop Warner too? You started out Pop Warner? No,
man. I played yard ball. I played yard ball until I got to
backyard football, baby.
Backyard, hit a man with the ball, all that stuff, man. But man, I didn't play organized football until I got in the 7th grade. I didn't play in 8th grade, and then I picked it back up in 9th grade. So I was a yard ball guy, man. My skills came from the yard.
Okay, cool. Was there any other sports that you played other than football?
Yeah, man. I ran a track, state champion in the 100 meters. Man, I played baseball. I started playing basketball, but man, I got as a sophomore. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna be 6'5". Let me stop playing with it. Let me go work out and try to get a scholarship, man. So that's what I did. But I played baseball, man. I actually went to an open tryout with the Kansas City Royals when I was like 14, maybe 15 years old.
I
was out there with all these grown men. But when it was time to run the 60, they knew what time it was then. Outside of that, they was like, man, he's very talented, but he has to get stronger. I was a little boy out there with grown men, but played baseball, man. I had a chance to play in it's like an all-star game at the end of the year versus Skeezer. Had a chance to play in that, man. So I was straight with baseball too.
Okay, cool, man.
So what position you playing baseball?
Shortstop.
Oh, look at him now. You can't throw that thing to first, man.
Man, I tell you, I had some quick feet.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, especially when them hard hits, they're coming straight at you. You got to be able to move, man.
And boy, that's a manhood check. That's a manhood check right there.
Yeah. Eric Coleman just chimed in. He said, "What's up, my guys? What's up, Eric? Thanks for tuning in."
What's up, E? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my dude right there.
Yeah. Talk about some of your teammates and the camaraderie you got and the love you guys still have for each other after all these years, almost 20 years now.
Man, you hear people say Clemson family all the time, man, and it gets to a point where people think it's just a little tagline or it's just something that, just something they say at Clemson. That's just what them Clemson people say. But man, it's like, it's for real. Man, I can tell you, I know countless people have been there for me before, and recently, since everything happened with me, man, guys been there. They have your baggage just like you still in the locker room. Man, KJ been through plenty times to come sit with me and chill and chop it up. People like Teray Francis, man, TV. I ain't gonna get the name of people, Tony Elliott, Jeff Scott. Like, man, it's been all kinds of people, man. Just it's Clemson family, man. Once you in that locker room, you all put in work together. Get out there, you sweat and everybody get broken off by Coach Batson at the same time. Or you get a certain bond, and it's for life.
What? So who were some of the coaches that was like big motivators at Clemson for you that really made an impact on your life at that time? Coming in from high school.
When I was a player, Coach Burns, the running back coach, he's the running back coach at Alabama right now. But Coach Burns, man, he was a real big influential guy for me, man. Motivated, kept me on the right path. He wasn't my position coach or anything like that. But, he had that office. When you're on the way to your meetings, you always stop by and holler at Coach Burns. His mother, I only had 1 year with him. But Coach Lover he was a really good dude too, man. We just had Brad Scott, man. We had people all across the board, man. But after football, man, coaching, man, Coach Sweeney, like I didn't have a chance to be on the team when he was a coach. But when I got back there on the staff, man, Coach Sweeney, man, that dude he's something else, man. So you talking about a motivator? I was old at the time, man, but I was ready to strap up and give him at least about 2 more plays. Give him a 3 and out. As long as you got that D-lineman guy, I can give him a 3 and out.
Yeah. Hey, you got flashbacks just ready to get out there, right? He's like, man, we got the team now. I wish I was playing right now.
Yeah.
You didn't have the team, but I'm just saying, it feels good to be a part of a winning program that you laid some foundation to coming up, 20 plus years. That's a good commitment. And that's a good, that's just excellence, being surrounded around excellence is it rubs off, and that's a good thing about it. So, tell us about, some of your favorite plays that you made at Clemson, man. Like some of your favorite highlights, some of your favorite games. Like some of your favorite
that punt return, man.
Man.
Take it to the house.
Punt return, like KJ said, a lot of punt returns, man. I look back at it now. Punt returns and kick returns. Some of them I should have more touchdowns than I have. But you can always go back there with woulda, shoulda, coulda. Yeah. But man, just games with interceptions, man, and just playing well. The thing that you remember the most is the wins, man. When you go out there and win with your brothers, aside from all the personal wins and accolades and all that stuff, man, go out there and win with the guys, man. That's what you remember most. Yeah. And the bowl games, I ain't gonna lie, you remember the bowl games too.
Bowl games, big wins. Yeah.
We get paid.
So who were some of the schools that were recruiting you before Clemson, and why you chose Clemson?
Man, I got recruited by everybody you can name. I had a scholarship from the Florida State, Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, Florida, like everybody you can name in the area. I came across Ohio State because I got from my school. Played for them.
Your audio, my bad. Your audio is scratchy right now. I don't know if you notice it.
How about now?
You good? Thank you.
All right. Yeah, guy from Ohio State, man. He played offensive tackle, and his brother was my teammate. We both getting recruited, so we went up there. So once Ohio State offered, then Michigan offered. So that's kind of how that happened. But man, going to all these places. I'm from a small town. I got up there to Clemson, man, and gave me that hometown feel. I just felt like, that small community, everybody knows you. I got that same feel like Clemson, man, and I wouldn't go back and change it. I'd do it all over again.
That's good. That's good.
I don't know if you remember, though, we went to camp together, too. You remember we came down there? And we kind of got
I remember everybody at camp.
It was a whole other coaching staff. I think it was
man, it was me, you, Marcus Hoskin, Teray. Let's see who else. Ronnie Thomas.
Ronnie Thomas. All those muscles.
So what was that camp like, fellas? Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, well, I mean,
man, it
was like boot camp. They made us run a 40. I mean, it was like training for the NFL. To me,
And man, the thing about it,
Mance, you know,
they made you work. They made you work. That was the first time. That was the first time getting a little taste of. Oh, we don't care what you did in high school. If you come here, you gonna work.
Yes.
All that
Yes.
prima donna is out the window. That's what's
Yep.
up.
Yep.
Yeah, man. That's good. I mean, you separate the men from the boys, you know? Yeah. So let's talk about transitioning from Clemson to the NFL. I know you had tryout with the Redskins, and then you had other places that you went. Let's talk about that a little bit. How was that for you?
Man, when I first came out of Clemson, I signed free agent contract with the Redskins. So man, I got there and had to learn some different techniques or whatever the case may be. But I picked up so much from Champ Bailey and guys like Fred Smoot. Just on some things I didn't get in high school, man. And I actually got cut before I could, get everything into action. But man, I started picking up things, started playing well, went over to the Bears, got allocated for NFL Europe, went over to NFL Europe, man, and everything started hitting for me. I was like, okay, I can really play that. I can do this corner thing. Just didn't really get the opportunity I was looking for. It's a small window, man, and you got to get in when you fit in. So I went on a couple workouts, with the Patriots and Dolphins, all kind of people at the NFL Europe, but just didn't hit like it was supposed to. So I played real football. Played real football, man. I enjoyed it.
I understand, man. That's great to know. I'm glad you made it to the next level. I enjoy watching you guys two play together. If people don't know, these are the two starting corners for Clemson in 2002, if you recall. So talk about the humanitarian bowl game. How was that for you? It was cold that day.
Man, that was something different. For you got all these guys coming from the south, and you gonna fly us over to Idaho, and we gotta play a bowl game. So first of all, when we get there, it snowed everywhere on game day. If you stadium, you can't even see the lines on the field. So you got all these dudes from the south, man. We're in awe right now. Really, man, look at all this snow. Man, you see all that snow, and when we got out there. It's time to come out of the locker room. They started clearing some of the field away. But man, it's one of the things you grow up, you always want to play football in the snow. But you don't get that opportunity in the South like that. So it was one of the things, man, for a lot of us, man, when we can check off on our list, that we did get an opportunity to play ball in the snow.
Okay. Shout out to Kendall.
One more thing. I know Jamal Fudge, you might get me for this, but we went snowmobiling or something. He got lost in the trail, man.
Nah, that was Bernard. That wasn't me.
I don't know how long.
That was Bernard. That wasn't me.
Huh?
That was Bernard Lambert. That wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Did he make it to the game? Did he make it to the locker room?
Well, man, he was late for the banquet.
What?
Yeah, he waiting for the banquet, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, they had to go back and get him, man. We had to get him on the show so he can tell us the rest of it, man.
Man, I'm telling you,
real funny.
Most definitely, right? So after you played football, you what did you do after that? After you stopped playing football, what year did you stop playing? Should I say?
2008 was my last year. We won the championship. Well, at Arena Football, Philadelphia Soul. It was Bon Jovi and Ron Jaworski's team. And we won the championship that year. The CBA changed after that. It was no more of the big contracts like they had. And I just felt like, man, I'm not going to play ball and put myself at risk for, nothing less than I was doing before. So I got into coaching. I went back to my high school, started coaching. And I said to myself one time, Clemson was having a football clinic. So I said, man, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to learn a little bit more football, see what's going on, see if, can't get my foot in the door. Just running my mouth, had no expectations, didn't reach out to anybody, none of that, just was just going up there. Man, when we get there, I go in the bathroom, get right before the clinic starts. I'm in the bathroom, Coach Sweeney was in the bathroom. Now, mind you, he wasn't there when I was a player, so I knew it was Coach Sweeney. So I was calling Coach Sweeney. How you doing, man? I'm Brian Mance. And he kind of reached my hand out to shake his hand, and he kind of gives me 5, like, man, I know who you are, man. I know who you are. He's like, man, come down to my office, man. Let's talk. So I get down to his office, man, and we're just talking ball, and he told me about a position that he may have coming open and would I be interested. And I'm like, man, that's what I want right there, because I've been, I'm an elementary education major. So I was teaching elementary school, then going over to the high school and coaching. So I felt like I was fussing all day. I was fussing with the kids, sit down, stop out there talking, fussing at practice. When I get home, I'm fussing at my dog. I'm just fussing at everybody. Like, man, if there's any way I can coach without having to teach, man, I love it. And I got my opportunity.
Yes.
Wow. Man, that's a big opportunity, man. And just using the bathroom and just being at the right place at the right time.
That's it, man. They ain't nothing God, man. They ain't nothing God.
So let's talk about the experience.
Thank you, man.
Let's talk about the experience when you got the opportunity and the doors open for you. Tell us how that was like being a part of coaching some big time corners at the university there.
Man, it was really big. When I first went in, man, I didn't go in. I went in not trying to do much, man. I just wanted to sit back and kind of watch how everything operated around me. Where do I fit in? What do I need to do? Where can I, be the most helpful? And as time went on, man, got my opportunity to work with the corners along with people like Cody Sensabaugh and Rashad Breeland and Marcus Gilchrist, Byron Maxwell, Xavier Brewer, just like, man, all kind of guys, man. Just really being able to help those guys, because once you've been through it, hindsight is 2020. So I can look back and tell them guys all kind of things, man, to help their careers, man. It's just good to, to talk to them every once in a while and just to see where they are, man, and watch them grow, man. It's been exciting.
How does it feel to watch them move on and go be successful, win Super Bowls, go be a part of big championship teams? How does that make you feel?
Man, it feels good, man, because from day one I always told them, man, look, I want to see y'all do well, man. I want y'all to have every opportunity I had, man, because this game right here can put you, if it doesn't change your life, it can put you in a position for you to, to change your life, to help change your life, to make connections. If you're not playing ball, you can still make connections and do all this, and that's all I ever wanted from. I used to tell them, when you go to the NFL, man, I don't want nothing but a little bit of gas money now.
yeah, come on now.
That's it, you know what I'm saying?
It's been good, man, to just sit back and watch some dudes play. Sometimes I'm in there talking to the TV. I'm like, man, come on, man. Hey, you got this, all that kind of stuff. But, man, it's been a blast, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're so attached to the game, so you talk to the TV like they really can hear you. And like, I know this guy. You know what I'm saying? I know what he's doing this.
I'm telling you, my son laughed at it.
He did?
Yeah, my son be laughing at me.
How old is he?
Man, he's 6. Going on 10.
Is he involved in sports?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. We just work on fundamentals. We're not really worried about actually playing the game right now. Work on athleticism, balance, stuff like that. He loves to get in the yard and go do a little backpedaling and run around the cones. And he can tell you, man, Dad, let's go do backpedal, turn, and go. Let's go outside and do backpedal break. And I'm like, okay, come on. But, I just want it to be fun to him. I don't want to push him in any direction. If he wants to be a pool player, then I'm going to help him be the best pool player he can be. Like, it's whatever he wants to do. I'm not going to push him towards football.
Cool. So, who was your toughest receiver in the ACC?
Man, that's kind of crazy, because I played as a freshman against Peter Ward.
I remember that game.
Well, people don't realize I was 17.
I remember that game.
I wasn't even 18 years old. I'm 17 and I'm looking across the line at. I said, man, that's Pete. Yeah, I don't know. And as soon as I got in the game, man, they started going at me like 7 passes in a row. Man, I was like, man, y'all get me out of here, man. They picking on me. Peter Ward was one of those guys, man. And believe it or not, Jericho Cotchery from NC State, he was good. Man, Anquan Bolin, man, I mean, the list goes on, man. I can sit here and name it for days, but I think what stands out, man, those Florida State guys were at that time, man, they were on top, man.
It was.
Yep. I think you two guys, Clemson and Florida State, were the powerhouse during that year, and then Virginia Tech with Vic. And tell us a little bit about that. What was your experience like playing against Vic on the other side?
Man, my first year, my sophomore year, it was just like in awe. You know what I mean? That's when he was really blowing up. It's like, okay, this is Michael Vick. Okay, let's see if he's really what they say. He, he was doing all this against everybody else, but did he do this? Can he do this against Clemson? But he came out, man. You get him in 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3, and they drop back. You got everybody covered. And he run for the first down to leave the defense out there stuck. And we ended up playing them the following year, my junior year, in a bowl game, and that's when he was 100% Vic, like all Vic, the Vic you think about, he was that Vic.
Yeah, I remember, man. That was the year they went to the national championship against Florida State. I think at Nokia Sugar Bowl, and that was a good game to watch too.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about coaching after Clemson. You went to another university and coached, right?
Yeah, I actually went to my first job was at North Greenville University, right there in Greenville, Division II school. Man, I was just excited, ready to get out and do my thing. Man, I got there, and I enjoyed that opportunity. Man, it was great. Coach gave me a chance. I love the guys, man, and it really helped me get my feet wet. I did that for 2 years. Was the recruiting coordinator, and all that stuff there, passing game coordinator, all that stuff. And went over to Wofford the following year, man, coached the corners, and man, I fell in love with it, man. I was doing what I wanted to do. I was coaching. Didn't have to teach and fuss at the dog and everybody else. So felt like I was in my lane. I was in my zone.
That's good, man.
Oh, yeah.
And
I got a question.
Go ahead.
So I know before every game, everybody got some kind of music they listen to. You know what I mean? So what was yours, man, before the game, man? Some had to get us right. We can't go out there like that.
Man, KJ, when you say that, man, you know me. I was all over the place, man. When we on the bus ride going to the stadium, man, I had that James Brown, the Big Payback playing. That was in my mind, like
revenge.
When we got in the stadium, when we got in the locker room, at that time, man, it was Lil Jon.
Oh yeah.
When Pastor Troy, I tell you,
the music does play a big part in sports and motivating the culture. So I want to give a shout out to those artists for laying those soundtracks to people's lives, big moments in people's lives that they can always remember. Like I remember listening to that song before that game when I made that play. I saw it before I made that play, and that's how it feels. Man. You know what I'm saying? You on that bus, on that ride, you zone out to some old school or something to get you lifted, and you get step off the bus. It's like you Superman. You got your cape on. They can't nobody stop you. So that's the swag and that's the energy that ballers and real professional athletes carry. It's just in their heart. It's a fire. You know what I mean? It's unexplainable. Right. But let me ask you, do you guys still have that fire today? Like you still feel like in your mind, like, man, I wish I could get out there. Like that fire never dies out. I know it doesn't. No matter if you can do it or not, it never dies out.
Let me be honest with you. That's true. In your mind, you can still do it. But man, I can tell you, man, I was probably 28 when I stopped playing. And if I ain't have to fall down at practice, I wasn't trying to fall down at all. I wasn't trying to hit the ground. I ain't no laying out for no balls or none of that. So, man, when Tom Brady doing 43, man, my hat's off to that dude. Because, man, when I was 28, I was looking sideways at 28.
Yes. So, let's get to another segment of the show. Go ahead if you have a question. But I just want to touch on, the after effects of football and the health. I know we prepare our bodies for a lot of impact. and it's all throughout the whole year. It's a lifestyle. Talk about some of the things that you experienced little by little, and how the situation ended up what it became.
Man, I just think over a period of time, you get a little wear and tear on your body in football. But what you do after that, I think is really important, man. Just learning to eat right, man, and take care of your body. Because a lot of times as athletes, we ate whatever we wanted to eat, but we could still look like these bodybuilding gods because we worked out and was running around all the time. You stop playing, you still eating crazy and doing all kind of other things, man. And you get a little older, you got to take care of yourself. Still got to be active.
That's right.
A lot of those things come into play, man. But with me and myself, man, after being diagnosed with a rare autoimmune disorder, I got a health coach, and she started breaking the food down to me. What's good? What causes inflammation? What fights inflammation? All that kind of stuff, man. And it's been night and day for me when it comes to this healing process and stuff. And when you're going through it, man, I never would have thought food played such an important role. But man, it's crazy. It's so important what you put in your body. It's crazy. And we eat all kind of stuff, man. We have no idea. And it's nothing against anybody, man. It's how you grow up. I grew up eating meat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, you're
Carbs,
right now.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You learn how to eat from your family. It's passed down. So you may think you have high blood pressure and all of this and diabetes, all this running in your family. Nah, the way you eat runs in your family. Like those
That's right.
actual diseases are not passed
Good
down.
point.
The mentality is passed down. So just learning the difference in those things, man. It's been good for me on this process right here on my road to recovery.
That's right.
And,
That's
and we
good, man.
appreciate you letting everybody know, like, the food that you eat does cause inflammation. Like for me, I can't have eggs like that because they bring all those pains back, shoulder, neck, all that. If I have it too much, I can feel it. So you're right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Any foods that give you any
So,
allergic reaction, KJ?
I can't think of, but I mean, I do. I just can't think of them. But that's what caused things I go through daily too.
Okay.
So I have to be
Yeah.
careful what I eat. Also,
So
my wife
what
she
type of
helped me out with
fare?
that a lot.
Yep.
Keep me on track.
Yep.
It's good to eat your grains. That's all top.
Mm-hmm.
Spinach, avocado. All
Mm-hmm.
those things. If you're gonna do your meat, maybe just stick with turkey, stuff like that. I don't know too much about it, but just kind of stay in that range.
Yeah. That's very important what we put in our bodies. That's a good thing. So, any advice for any performance athletes coming up that's been in the shoes that you just walked out of, Brian?
Man, just all these up and coming athletes, man, take advantage of the moment, man. That air in that football is gonna run out forever, and you're gonna not be a football player or a basketball player, whatever type of athlete you are. You're not gonna be that a whole lot longer than you are just gonna be a person that has to go out here and be something other than an athlete. So take advantage of the moment, enjoy it, man. Leave it all on the field or the court or whatever kind of arena you play in. Leave it all,
Hmm.
give it all you got, man. Because
That's right.
if time flies, man, and it won't be here forever. You can play in the
Oh yeah,
NFL
most
for 10
definitely.
years and that's good. But when you finish that, you what, 10 years, 30 years old, 20 years old? You got another, 32, 33, 34, whatever the case may be. You got a
Hmm.
whole life in front of you to live, man. So take
Hmm.
advantage of while it lasts because life goes on and you got to do something else, man. Don't get stuck on your sport. So give it all you got while you're in it.
That's
Man,
right.
that's words. That's
That's right,
words of
man.
encouragement and wisdom right there.
At the same time.
Any other organizations that you involved with right now, or community service, or programs, mentorship, or anything in your area?
I'm kind of I'm spreading myself out in a lot of different arenas right now, man. Just really trying to help a lot of the youth and a lot of college football players, man. A lot of my former players, they still reach out to me. Just want my input on certain things, certain business ventures they may be coming up on. Just trying to be a help wherever I can be, man. Be honest, man. I'm speaking to kids. I'm speaking to adults, man. Fire department, just wherever I need to be, man. I'm just doing wherever God wants me to be, man. That's where I'm at.
All right. Well, before we leave, man, we want to know if you got any interesting or funny stories about KJ or any other teammate you want to share with us, man.
There you go, man. There you go.
Oh man, look.
I tell you one, man. When I came over to your house in college, man, you had that iguana on the wall or something, man. I was like, "What are you doing, man? For a pet?"
Yeah, I had it. Man, look, we'll be here all day talking about all kinds of stuff like that, man. I got stories for days, man. That dude right there, man, we done had some times, boy.
Word. That's what's up, man.
Definitely, yeah.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna put him out there like that.
Okay.
Go ahead and put me out, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I give you permission. Go ahead.
Look at Jermaine waiting on it, man.
I just put it like this. Everybody that played with us, man, they know when you see that white grand ad coming with the windows down and the music blasting, you already know who that is. Elbow out the window, you already know who that is.
Turk to the max.
Hey, leaning in that, baby. I drive all over campus. That's nothing else to do.
Dang. So, what other platforms you have, social media, that you want the people to follow you or what you got going on? Go ahead and drop that info for us before we head out. We appreciate you coming through. All the love, man, throughout the years, inspiration from the local areas and the community, getting other athletes to the next level. I mean, as a Clemson alum, by KJ, we appreciate you coming on the show, man, for real.
Yeah. Man, I appreciate y'all having me, man, and anybody that's just like to follow me and continue to see where my road to recovery leads me and all that stuff, man. I'm on Facebook as Brian Mance, Instagram Real B Mance, and Twitter Real B Mance, LinkedIn I'm Brian Mance. All those things, man. Just trying to be a help, man. Trying to get in where I fit in.
All right, man. No problem, man. We appreciate it, man. You stopping by, man. This wraps up the 5th episode of SportsShop27. I'm your host, Jermaine Colter, and my co-host, Kevin Johnson. We like to sign out. Y'all have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. And wear your mask. Be safe.
All right. Y'all be easy.
All right. Proud of you, man.
All right, man.
See you later, man. We'll have you back.
We'll talk.
All right, man.
You,
have a good one, man. Love you.
Yeah.